Hey Aries Rising, your overall theme for the week of December 6th through December 13th, 2020 is Release Your Divine Femininity. Before we get started, I just want to thank God, the ancestors, and my parents for allowing me to be here and share this with you. I'm Chantalie Eggerson, and welcome to the Self-Care Sanctuary. This is where I read the energy of the stars through Vedic astrology and give my interpretation of what they mean for your life and for your business. If this is something you think you'd be interested in, then click the like button and subscribe. Before we get into what's going on in the sky, I want to let you know that the area of self-care that we're going to be focusing on this month is mental health, mental self-care, psychological self-care. That's what we're focusing on because the sun in Scorpio is going to bring up some deep stuff that we're going to have to address that could affect us psychologically and mentally. So that's our focus for this month while the sun is in Scorpio, according to Vedic astrology. All right. Moving right on, I want to tell you about two things that's going to be happening this week. First, on December 10th, Venus is going to be going into Scorpio. Okay, and also Ketu and the Sun are going to be conjunct. And also, it's going to make a stellium. We already have a stellium because a stellium is when you have 3 or more planets in one zodiac sign. So we have Venus, we have Mercury. Well, we're going to have Venus on the 10th, and then Mercury and Ketu and the Sun all in the zodiac sign Scorpio. And when I get into everyone's reading, that's really gonna understanding what the Scorpio means for everyone is really going to help you understand what needs to come up so you can look at it and address it so it can help you transform. So getting back to what's going on in the sky, on December 11th, the Sun and Ketu will be conjunct, which means your confidence might be a little low because of some type of change you might be experiencing with your shared assets or an intimate partner. The Sun with Ketu could mean that the Sun is shining a light on our past lives or our early childhood to, like I said before, help us transform. Because Aries rising, you're going to have the Sun in Ketu in Scorpio in your 8th house. It could have something to do with sexual abuse in the past traumatic events, times in the past where you shared assets and they were better than they might be presently. So let's get right into your reading. All right. You have Aries rising, the energy of the Sun in Scorpio is going to be in your 8th house. And that means that even though you might be going through a time where you might be feeling bored or feeling like life is dull or dried up, there is still a need for you to keep going and appreciate the people that are in your life. You still have to appreciate the people who have been supporting you and helping you on your journey, even when you feel like nothing is going like you want it to go. There might also be a feeling of sadness because you don't feel like you have anything you want right now. And even though you might have a feeling of despair and depression and hopelessness, you still have to keep going and appreciate find something to be grateful for. And also, like I said before, it's very important right now that you really appreciate the people who have been with you and supported you. What does the energy of Ketu in Scorpio in your 8th house mean for you? Well, that means that during this time, you might experience sudden changes. You might have some ideas that come as a result of these changes. And just know that the sun is setting on the situation, meaning that the sun has enlightened you on something. And now that you've seen it and hopefully learned from it, then some part of this situation is going to die down for you. All right, and moving right along, what does the energy of Mercury in Scorpio in your eighth house mean for you? Mercury is showing that you are thinking about breaking free from something that feels like it has your femininity or nurturing side caged and trapped up, feeling real claustrophobic. Okay, so what does this energy of Venus in Scorpio in your eighth house means for you? Venus in Scorpio in your eighth house, Aries rising, means that Venus is trying to show you a different way to fight for what you're passionate about. There's a more feminine, softer, nurturing way to get things done quickly. And that's what Venus is trying to get you to focus on. What does the energy of the Scorpio stellium in your eighth house, what does that mean for you? This stellium is asking you to not be afraid to dig deep into who you are. Don't be afraid to unlock and uncover things about you that you might be even keeping a secret from yourself. This stellium is asking you to face your fears so you can see who you really are. So don't get afraid, because sometimes we even hide things from ourselves because we feel like it might be too painful. But we have to remind ourselves that whatever we've been through in the past, that we're too afraid to address, that we don't want to address, we've already been through it. We've already been through it. So it's okay. We've already been through the pain, okay? So what does the energy of the eighth house mean for you this week? Basically, just like I was saying before, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're going to have to be honest with yourself about some things. You might have to change the way that you do things to get things done. And those changes and facing those fears will be uncomfortable, guaranteed. So in order to get to the other side, you're going to have to, just for this season, just for this time, at least for this time that I see, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So that's what it might mean for your life. What does this energy of this week coming up, what will it mean for your business? For your business, you might want to look at the way you go after your business goals. How are you approaching them, and how can you approach them in a way that's more nurturing or feminine without losing the passion? All right, that is what I have for you, and I hope it was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments below. If you like a personal reading, let me know, and you can let me know by clicking the link in the description box below. Until next time, take care of yourself.